early childhood English education. And this will be a great space for kids to naturally learn English every day. What's next? BEFM is teaming up with Busan City's English newspaper, Busan is Good, the Busan Foreign Residence Center, and other expert organizations for more in-depth Busan news. And this is information you can definitely trust. And on top of that, Busan Worldwide has added a Canadian correspondent, and 4-Year Busan is expanding its global contents to promote tourism in Busan. Wait, and information for multicultural families and immigrant residents? There is so much variety here. Lively sounds from the scene, fresh voices. What a treat for this winter. December 1st, BEFM's fresh new season. Be sure to tune in all day long.
세계를 놀라게 할 북극 항로. 그 중심에 대한민국 해양 수도권 부산, 울산, 경남이 있다는 사실 여러분 아시나요? 불경의 미래 부산, 울산, 경남 방송발전협의회가 함께 하겠습니다. 지금까지 운영위원장 성현우였습니다.
The time is now 7 o'clock.
Honest with me, waivers. When you heard about the coupon personal information leak scandal, what was your first reaction? Well, I felt a mixture of frustration, a little bit of anger too, because I just got my eSIM chip replaced on my phone a few months ago because of that telecom breach. Remember that one? And then now this. Were you surprised that this happened again? For me, not really. Yes, we should expect companies to protect our information. Yes, companies should be held to a higher standard. But why do these scandals, stories keep popping up is the big question. I'm Catherine. This is Morning Wave in Busan on Tuesday, December 2nd on BEFM, 부산 영어 방송. Good morning, Wavers. I hope you're doing well. And I wish I could bring you bright and airy news every day. But hey, the fact that we are gathered together for this program, that's good news, right? And the thing is that these personal information breach scandals just keep on, churning out. And the latest one from Coupon is one of the biggest stories right now. And for customers, we're almost getting fatigued at this point by the series of information breaches we've seen this year. I just mentioned the big telecom company breach, and it's not just one telecom company at this point, e-commerce to credit card companies as well. So this year, we have seen a massive personal data hack almost every month. And consumer reaction has gone from raised eyebrows, maybe, to concerns, to anger, and now I think we're at the point of resignation. So with all three major telecom companies having reported data breaches, these hackings have affected nearly everyone in the country. And the 33.7 million accounts that were breached, according to Coupon, covers a big part of the population as well. Can you imagine? We have, a little over 50 million people living here in Korea, minus the children. 33.7, that's basically almost all adults, right? So some social media comments say that they feel like their personal information is now in the public realm. Others question whether the increase in spam calls and messages as of late has to do something with these hackings. But even as these nonstop hackings have been going on, corporate compensation for customers and penalties for these breaches have been minimal at best. For example, the Personal Information Protection Commission, PIPC, made an advisory ruling for SK Telecom to compensate each of the 23 million customers, 300,000 won, 30만 원. However, it was a recommendation. Did SKT actually go through with this? No, they did not. They did not accept the recommendation. Experts call for holding corporations to higher accountability, whether it be via a class action lawsuit, 집단소송, or through government penalties. Customers, we have no choice but to entrust these platforms with our personal information. And protecting such information should be a top priority for all of these corporations. So I'm not leaving anyone out. When we're talking about our information, we're entrusting our information with them. So that is our main story. But now it's time for a text topic. It is getting colder. Yesterday, it was a one-off. It was kind of warm yesterday. Okay, but generally speaking, it is cold. What heating mechanisms have you already turned on or used? Electric blankets, seat warmers. Oh, that's always on. In the car, wherever I can get it. An actual heater. Or what do you call those? The hand warmers, the 손난로, the heat packs. Oh, those come in handy too. 자, 나는 이미 전기장판 보일러 엉뜨 개시했다 versus 아직 아니다. Not yet. I'm holding off. I'll go first. I always go first. Well, the boiler is on in my home. Okay, not 24/7, but at night into the 새벽 when I get up early in the morning, 4:30, I turn it off when I wake up. Because that's when I leave and I feel like, oh, it's warm enough. The rest of the family, they need to wake up. So it's okay. So I turn off the boiler when I leave to come to the station. That's a little selfish, I know. But hey, the electric blanket, it's on, but it's on the sleep mode. So it automatically shuts off after a little bit. So that's me. I want to know your opinion, your thoughts. Send them into BFM's live stream, live chat on YouTube. Go to the YouTube platform and type in BEFM, 부산 영어 방송, to find us. You can subscribe, log in and chat with our other waivers. From your phone, pound 9050 shop 9050. That's going to cost you 100 won. You can also reach me for free through Kakao Talk. Find us first, BEFM, 부산 영어 방송. Add us as a friend, and then you can send in your messages, photos as well. The ways you can tune into Morning Wave in Busan. Well, I just told you about our live stream, but also we're a radio program, right? 90.5, 103.3 FM on the radio if you're in Busan. And then we're available on the BFM app and 팟빵 app as well. I just thought of one more heater. 손 따뜻하게 하는 거. 아침부터 너무 오글거릴 것 같지만 my roommate's hand. It's always warm. 항상 따뜻해요. 네, 죄송합니다. Okay, so today, the lineup for today is Andrew with Wave Sports. And then we have Bonnie with Simply Sustainable. That's coming up in hour number 2. Our special interview today. You've all heard of the PM 2.5, the particulate matter 2.5. Those are the tiny, tiny fine particles, smaller than 2.5 micrometers. We can't see these with our naked eye. We know that they're bad for us, but just how bad? Is it just the lungs that are affected? We're going to find out with our expert in hour number 2, and I'll be back with news overview. It's now 7:07 and this is News Overview. Multi-purpose Arirang 7 satellite establishes contact. South Korea's multi-purpose satellite Arirang 7 has successfully established initial contact with a ground station in the South Pole about an hour after its launch early this morning. South Korea and U.S. agreed to promptly carry out agreements in joint fact sheet. South Korea's first Vice Foreign Minister Park Yoon-ju met with U.S. Deputy Secretary of State Christopher Landau for the first consultation following the release of the fact sheet last month and agreed to promptly and proactively carry out the pledges. Kupang investigation underway over massive data breach. Seoul Metropolitan Police said that it has secured the Internet Protocol or IP address used in Kupang's massive data security breach and is tracking down the suspect. Seoul mayor indicted over Myung-tae-gyun opinion poll case. The Minjungi Special Counsel has indicted Seoul Mayor Oh Se-hoon yesterday on charges of getting a longtime supporter to pay for opinion polls conducted by self-proclaimed power broker Myung-tae-gyun. Zelensky emphasizes difficulties in territorial issues as talks to end war continue. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has said Kyiv's priorities in peace talks to end the war with Russia are maintaining Ukraine's sovereignty and securing strong security guarantees. This was News Overview. It's time for Now Busan. We have Jian in the studio once again. Let's say hi first. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good. Before I ask you our text topic, I have to address a comment on our board because I thought it was really cute. The username is 백마담.
Okay.
Who says 어제 게시했는데 어떻게 알았죠? 근데 뭘 게시했죠? 손 잡는 거. 누구랑? With who?
That's so sweet.
I know.
Heartwarming. Not just handwarming.
뭘
but
게시했죠?
heartwarming.
I'm just kidding. But I am curious, so be specific. 뭐를 계셨는지 너무 궁금함이.
Yes.
아, 네. 솔로이신 분들 왼손과 오른손 우리 PD님이 알려주네요. 잡으시래요. 이렇게. All right. Wait, hey, for you though,
Yes.
Jian, what have you busted out? Have you started using any heating mechanisms?
Yes, I started ages ago. I'm
Be
just
specific.
very specific ages ago. It was
like what?
several months ago.
Like boiler, everything?
like all activated.
Everything's
Everything's on. Maybe except the hot pack 손난로. Like that's just for like windy weather, I guess. But except that, it's all activated. I'm just not good at the coldness. I just cannot handle it.
Yes. Thanks for letting us know. We're going to jump into our first story. Busan City has announced its comprehensive winter livelihood stabilization plan for 2025. So tell us more about this.
Yes, so the Busan city rolled out that the plan aims to ensure a winter that is both safe and warm for all citizens. The city is mainly focusing on practical support that citizens can actually feel in their daily lives.
Right.
The plan covers 29 major tasks and 63 detailed measures across 4 areas: welfare, safety, health, and daily living. To support vulnerable households, the city will expand emergency welfare assistance as well.
That's very thorough, it seems. Give us further details.
Sure. For a single-person household, this includes up to 735,000 won for living expenses and 398,000 won for housing, 150,000 won for fuel, and up to 3 million won in medical support.
I see.
And Busan is also strengthening access to welfare information information through the 안녕한 부산 website and the 자립꿀단지 chatbot.
Yes, and what about measures for things like heavy snow or winter, disasters that may come?
In case of disaster, the city will provide support such as 80,000 won per day for accommodations or emergency relief kits, rice, side dishes, detergent, and other necessities as well.
Yes.
When it comes to winter safety, Busan has already allocated 460 million won to prepare for heavy snow and cold waves. This includes stocking 1,094 tons of de-icing agents, 368 snow removal machines, and over 4,400 sandboxes.
I see. So we want to be prepared, obviously, for winter. So thank you for going over the comprehensive winter livelihood stabilization plan. That is a mouthful. All right, next, there's been an update on Busan subway station naming bids. So can you tell us what's changed?
Busan's central hub, Samyeon Station, has finally secured a naming rights bidder for the first time in 17 years since the city began selling secondary station names 부기영명 in 2008.
Okay.
According to Busan Transportation Corporation, 5 stations across lines 1 to 4 have recently finalized contracts. And interestingly, all 5 successful bidders are hospitals.
Oh.
For Samyeon Station, the winning bidder is Cheongmaek Hospital.
I see. And there's also a decision coming up regarding Busan Jin Station, I hear, as well.
Yes, on December 3rd, tomorrow, the station name review committee will decide whether Busan Jin Station will be paired with the Ministry of Oceans and Fisheries. There are 3 possible combinations under reviewed, and once the review is completed, the corporation plans to move forward with updating signage for all stations whose secondary names have been approved.
I see. So we'll give you an update on that when we have the secondary name for Busan Jin Station as well. And now Busan is rolling out a new plan for vacant homes as well. So what's the main idea?
Busan is going beyond just tearing down empty homes. The city will purchase and repurpose vacant houses into useful spaces like shared accommodations, remote work homes, and creative studios.
Yes.
This year, a few houses were already converted into student dorms and cultural spaces. And next year, more will be upgraded near tourist areas.
Right. So are there measures to prevent vacant houses from, the numbers piling up again?
Busan is introducing a risk monitoring system and a one-stop consultation center for owners, while also expanding tax incentives to encourage proper use and redevelopment of empty homes. The city also plans to involve public investment corporations in order to manage the full process of buying, selling, and redeveloping vacant houses efficiently.
I see. So that, once again, is regarding the vacant homes in Busan. All right, next up, Busan has launched its annual Hope 2026 sharing campaign. So give us the details on this.
Busan's Hope 2026 sharing campaign, 희망 2026 나눔 campaign, just kicked off yesterday, December 1st. And it will run for 2 months until January 31st next year, with a fundraising goal of 10.86 billion won. At Songsangyun Square, the symbolic love temperature tower, 사랑의 온도탑, is actually tracking the donations.
Yes.
For every 186 million won raised, the tower rises by 1 degree, reaching 100 degrees when the goal is met.
Yes.
Citizens can contribute via the Busan Community Chest, local collection boxes, broadcasting stations, or automated donation systems. Last year, the campaign raised 141.7 billion won, achieving 130% of its goal and ranking second nationwide, which was the highest result in the history of the Busan Community Chest.
Yes. So here's hoping that we break that record because it's such a good cause.
It was huge.
Yes. And here's a heartwarming story from Kimhae Airport. So what happened there?
According to the Korean Red Cross Busan branch, a Japanese tourist left 1.1 million won in cash along with a handwritten letter in a donation box at Kimhae International Airport.
Well, I'm so curious. What did the letter say?
The tourist said they enjoyed their trip in Korea and had some money left over and wanted to be used to help children in need. The Korean Red Cross Busan branch has placed 7 collection boxes at the airport, which are open twice a year. The donations are used for emergency relief and support for vulnerable populations, both domestically and abroad.
Wow. I love that. The fact that they enjoy the trip to Busan so much. They
Yes, I'm
wanted
so
to
glad to
give
hear
it a
that. Yeah, it's so heartwarming.
Yes, well, thank you for ending it on a nice note, and we'll check in with you tomorrow. Thank you, Jian.
Thank you.
And I'll be back with your traffic and weather. It's time for your traffic and weather. First up, there's congestion on Mandok-daero from Mandok Tunnel number 2 to Mandok intersection. Also backed up on Luno-Samsung-daero from Myeongji Underpass to Shinho Bridge. There's traffic on Byeonglo from Wondong Ramp to Suyang Tunnel. And it's also slow on Jungwang-daero from Sojongcheon intersection to Bugok intersection. Currently, it's 7 degrees Celsius under partially cloudy skies. It's going to go up to 13 today. Across the nation, significantly colder, with the wind chill bringing the real field temperatures down even further. Rain or snow forecast for the western coast plus Jeju starting tonight. This was your traffic and weather. It's time for top stories. We have Haley in the studio. I think it's Haley. Haley.
It's her floating head. And her beige dress that blends right in with the curtain.
But it's a lovely dress.
Thank
so
you.
it's okay.
It is. I agree.
Hey, before I ask you our text topic, I want to read Leslie's message because it goes hand in hand with what June was saying.
Sure.
Leslie says, the Red Cross donation box was at Incheon when I was there. And I also put in all of my leftover her money, Korean money. It is actually a brilliant idea. Oh my gosh.
And
Leslie.
now I feel guilty because anytime I have foreign currency left over, I'm like, all right, what can I buy? Let's see. Where are the chocolates? Let's go.
So
Now I know.
Now we know better. All right. But it's okay. We're learning, right? So text topic time for you.
Which is mind-boggling that you guys already have your... Yeah, no, my hands are warm. So I'm just gonna, this is gonna be warm by myself. We're good. I run hot. I'm like, ugh, get away from me. You guys already have your 전기장판's out? Your electric blankets out?
It's on.
Oh my God.
Why?
I don't use it.
At all?
Ever. Like ever. It wakes me up in the middle of the night. I break out in sweats. It's just so stuffy. Yeah, seat warmers, when I'm leaving at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
That's it.
That's it.
Like, no, I mean, yeah, I'm like bare, like, well, I have nylons on, but yeah, I run hot. So it's just, even like the hot pack, the hand warmers, all the warmers, I'm like,
You know what I don't dislike? It's the direct heater, like from the car. Oh, that I really dislike.
That in your face, it just dries everything out.
So bad.
Yeah, not a fan.
All right, let's jump into this story. This massive coupon personal information breach scandal. We need the latest in terms of the investigation.
Right. So as you said, the police has secured the IP address used to leak the personal information of some 33.7 million users. So during a briefing from the Seoul Metropolitan Police, an official said that they are checking whether this is the same person or the IP as the person who sent the blackmailing emails to Kupang earlier.
Okay.
The police have not confirmed on whether the suspect was was a former employee of the company or whether he or she was a Chinese national, as it's been reported.
Yes.
The police, however, said that they are working with overseas authorities to chase down this IP and that they'll also look into the company's potential technological vulnerabilities in its customer information management system.
Well, let's talk about the consumers, meaning you, me, and everybody else. So what are consumers saying about this?
What have we said about this, right? So Coupang did send out a text message apologizing this, and for me that came over the weekend Sunday night. Some customers are saying that they haven't received this message. The message also didn't contain anything about compensations, and this seems to have been on purpose. So CEO Park Dae-jun said that the goal right now is to confirm the details of the damages, and then after, it'll be to come up with prevention measures. And once that's done, the company will get to reasonable ways, he said, of compensation. But the Korean Association of Consumer Organizations, an organization of about a dozen consumer agencies,
Right.
they issued a collective statement yesterday expressing its deep concerns and outrage. It called on the company to transparently disclose the scale of the leak as well as the cause and immediately come up with specific compensation measures. It also warned that if Coupang, quote, tries to buy time with lobbying attempts or legal action, it will respond with massive membership cancellation campaigns and boycotts. And actually, to that end, there are some online communities, online cafes, as we call them, that have already started taking lists and names for group lawsuits. One particular group, as of last night, has as many as 76,000 members.
Ooh, okay. So this, coupled with these ongoing issues, has raised questions about the company's systems in general.
Because the figure, 33.7 million, is a huge number, and specifically, it accounts for 3/4 of the adult population of the country.
Right.
So the issue, however, isn't the first problem that Coupang has faced, and Coupang is the #1 e-commerce platform in South Korea.
Right.
So consistently, we've covered issues with delivery drivers potentially overworking, labor issues like severance pay, alleged influence over investigations, with its CEO and other executives having been called as witnesses to the parliamentary investigation, and also even facing a special counsel investigation. So Coupang, for its part, it's a massive company. So its parent company, 모기업 Coupang Incorporated, is based in the U.S. It reported 13 trillion won in sales for the third quarter of this year, 40 trillion won in annual sales from last year, likely to reach 50 trillion won this year. But while it is an American company, technically, the vast majority of its sales comes from South Korea.
Right.
So those in the industry say that while Coupang has grown rapidly, its internal systems may not be on par to its size, raising questions about corporate ethics or its crisis management systems.
Indeed. So, of course, this is an evolving story. We'll keep you updated, right? Up next, we are coming upon the first year, 1-year anniversary of the martial law imposition. That was December 3rd. And the acting chief of the National Police Agency has issued a public apology.
Right, so that's coming up tomorrow. And of course, we'll have more for that tomorrow. However, acting police chief Yoo Jae-sung yesterday issued a public apology over the police's action at the National Assembly a year ago. So you convened an online meeting of police leaders yesterday, and he said on the night of December 3rd last year, police restricted entry of lawmakers into the National Assembly, and he called this an act that caused disorder to democracy and the Constitution, as well as an illegal, unconstitutional act that threatened the people's daily lives.
Okay.
And he added that this marred the honor and the pride of police officers who stood by the people, and then at that point, he stood up and bowed his head 90 degrees in apology, and this actually marks the first official apology from the police in the past year.
I see. Actually, a senior leadership of the police are undergoing trial for their implication in the martial law imposition.
Right. So as I said, Yoo is an acting police chief because police chief Cho Ji-ho and former Seoul Metropolitan City's chief of police Kim Bong-sik, they're currently standing trial.
Right.
And police, along with the military, they've been pointed as one of the key institutions that were involved in the martial law imposition. So specifically, Cho is actually still officially the police chief of the country, although his post has been suspended following his impeachment last year.
Right.
The police yesterday, also launched a task force last month to take reports of officers who participated or actively aided in the martial law impositions. And those whose activities are confirmed will face disciplinary action or potential disadvantages in future promotions.
I see. Okay, so for now, we're going to turn to the economy. South Korea posted the biggest, numbers in terms of semiconductors, which boosted the country's November exports by 8.4%.
Right, so here we have some good news regarding the
Yay.
economy. We saw the biggest increase for any November when it came to South Korea's exports. So this
Yes.
is 8.4%. Briefly in Korean, 한국 11월의 수출이 역대 11월 중 최대 기록을 경신했습니다. So according to the Trade, Industry and Energy Ministry announcement, South Korea posted a $61 billion in export, marking a sixth month in a row of increases.
So what accounted for such a big increase?
반도체. Right, the semiconductors, chips definitely leading the pack, and it has been for the past 9 months. Semiconductors, of course, they are South Korea's biggest exports. On a yearly basis, we're looking at a 38.6% increase. South Korea sold $17.2 billion worth of semiconductors overseas, and this accounts for 28% of all of our exports. And this is, of course, on the back of this AI boom that's been going on,
Right.
with data centers creating this massive demand for chips. By the way, South Korea's semiconductor exports reached $640 billion in the first 11 months of the year.
Sure.
So we're actually getting really close to that $700 billion in export for chips. And this will likely come true given December figures from last year, pretty comparable to what we can expect this year. And this would be a milestone because that would put semiconductor market in South Korea on a similar level as Japan's.
I see.
Auto imports, so cars also pushed up exports. This is interesting because this happened in spite of the 25% auto tariffs from the United States. However, gasoline and diesel, so internal combustion engine vehicles plus hybrids apparently did quite well.
Okay, well, on the flip side, what about items that didn't show such strong performances?
As it can be expected, they all more or less were tied to U.S. trade restrictions. So we're looking at steel, which faced a 50% tariffs from the U.S., showed a near negative 16% growth. Also negative growth posted for ships, petrochemicals, car parts, machinery, appliances, and display.
Yes, so that's the economy for you, at least for now. For our international story, we're going to go to Southeast Asia and the struggle countries are going through after last week's torrential downpours.
Right, so we briefly covered this in Spotlight News yesterday, but I did want to give you a fuller picture and updates. Specifically in Indonesia, first following the cyclonic rains last week. Unfortunately, the situation, while the rains have stopped, on the scene getting more dire.
Okay.
The death toll, according to the latest figures, exceeded 600. Thousands are still cut off from power and supplies to internet. Over 500 people are missing, and this is according to the National Disaster Management Agency.
Right, and amidst this desperation, public anger has been growing as well.
Right, because some people say they haven't eaten in days. They're looking for food and other supplies. So public anger is simmering over the government's disaster response, and critics blame bureaucracy and red tape, these slow responses from the government. And also President Prabowo Subianto has come under pressure to declare a state of national emergency, which he hasn't done. And there's been a bit of comparison made to neighbor Sri Lanka, where Sri Lanka's president has declared a state of national disaster and called for international assistance, while Indonesia has not.
Oh, so while Indonesia is the hardest hit, the floods have also affected neighboring countries, obviously.
Right. So according to the latest foreign press reports, the death toll collectively has exceeded 1,140. This is across Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, and Sri Lanka. We're looking at least 340 in Sri Lanka. Many people still missing, 176 in southern Thailand.
Yes.
So experts say that devastating flooding in Asia that we've seen can be attributed, at least in part, to the prolonged La Nina cycle. They're making these heavy rainstorms and monsoon monsoons stay stronger.
Yes, our thoughts and prayers are with the people of Southeast Asia affected by these devastating downpours and floods and cyclonic storms. Well, thank you for all the news. We'll check in with you in hour number 2. Thank you, Haley.
See you in a bit.
All right. We are due for our first song break, so here it is. This is Bring Me Love by John Legend.
I don't need my stocking filled with toys, and I don't need no gifts to bring me joy. Baby, I haven't hung my mistletoe, 'cause without you, baby, I can't see no point. Baby, I hope Santa brings you to me, 'cause it's all I wish for this Christmas Eve. No, I don't want much, your love is all I need. Baby, I hope Santa brings you to me. I hope he's bringing me love this Christmas, 'cause I deserve you here. Bring me love this Christmas, 'cause I've been good this year. Hope he's bringing me love this Christmas, 'cause I deserve you here. Bring me love this Christmas, 'cause I've been good this year. I don't wanna light this tree alone. No, I can't sing Christmas songs if you're not home. No, I haven't hung my mistletoe, 'cause without you, baby, I can't see no point. Baby, I hope Santa brings you to me, 'cause it's all I wish for this Christmas Eve. No, I don't want much, your love is all I need. Baby, I hope Santa brings you to me. I hope he's bringing me love this Christmas, 'cause I deserve you here. Bring me love this Christmas, 'cause I've been good this year. It's been so cold since you've been gone. This winter seems so long, and I can't get in no spirit. It feels so wrong. Bring me love this Christmas, 'cause I deserve you, yeah. Bring me love this Christmas, 'cause I've been good this year. Hope it's bringing me love this Christmas, 'cause I deserve you here. Bring me love this Christmas, 'cause I've been good this year. Hope it's bringing me love this Christmas, 'cause I deserve you here. Bring me love this Christmas, 'cause I've been good this year. Hope it's bringing me love this Christmas, 'cause I deserve you here. Bring me love this Christmas, 'cause I've been good this year. Hey, won't you bring me love? Yeah, yeah. It's the only thing I need, baby. Yeah. Oh, oh, oh.
Welcome back, everybody. So, text topic. With the weather getting colder, heating mechanisms, have you turned them on? Electric blanket seat warmers, the hand heat packs, etc. And you know what? It really made my heart warm. I don't know if the photo is ready, but we have Leslie who sent in a photo of the Red Cross donation box at Incheon, where she put in her whatever was left over of the Korean won when she went back home. And for anyone and everyone who does that, you guys are amazing. But Leslie, thank you for sharing that so that, you'll encourage other people, including me, to do so as well. Great idea. We have Young joining us saying that, good morning. 저는 제 책상 밑에 발가락으로 껐다 켰다 할 수 있는 히터 사용하고 있어요. 다리가 따뜻하면 왠지 온몸이 따뜻해지는 느낌이네요. 오늘도 화이팅입니다. So basically he has a space heater where he so specifically uses his toe to click on and off, and he feels like if his legs are warm, he feels warm like all over. So, but make sure, I just want to send out a little public service announcement of my own. Make sure you always turn it off, and especially the power strip. 그러니까 아예 멀티 꺼는 거 아니면 뽑는 게 좋다고 합니다. So I try to do that in my office at school because it's such an old building. I just unplug the whole thing just in case. All right, let's get to, I don't know who's coming in for wave sports. Let's see. All right,
It's time for Wave Sports.
Oh, someone's excited today.
I'm back, baby. I'm back. I'm back. Santa, baby. You're supposed to kick in with that one. Yeah, no.
No,
It's
I
all
do
right?
not sing.
No?
I only have a good speaking voice.
No, you just upset everybody's breakfast by saying that my roommate's hand is the warmest thing. And,
It is though. Why? Wait. Why?
Settle down.
Why?
Special advisory board coming in here. No more of that will be had today.
That's like the warmest hand hot pack ever. You sound like my cat coughing up a hairball.
Yeah, exactly. How are things?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic.
All right.
Another-
So, text topic time.
Sure.
Have you turned on anything? Do you need it? You're Canadian.
Oh, listen. No. Not yet. No, not yet. I don't.
Not
I
yet.
think the seat warmers in my car maybe
Yes.
last week, one day.
One day. Wow.
Yeah, but I don't drive my car that much. That's
But what
why.
about at home? Your wife doesn't turn on the boiler?
She's tried.
She's tried.
Yeah,
and?
she's tried.
And you turn it off?
I've gone into the fuse box and. I'm just joking. I'm joking. No, I haven't
I
done that.
was like, what? 진짜로?
She's watching this and she's like, that's why it's not working. No, I think we're there though. Like
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
say probably this week sometime, especially Wednesday, Thursday when it's supposed to drop possibly below zero. That's probably when it's going to happen.
Okay,
We don't
okay.
have any electric blankets or anything like that.
Okay.
But you were talking about the heat packs, hot whatever things.
yeah.
You know, have you seen a lot of the electric ones these days? There's the
Yeah.
electric hand warmers that are around. I have a few friends or students that have those, and they say they're really good. I just feel I would lose them. But I guess, I don't know, are they better for the environment? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's a good one. Maybe we'll ask Bonnie to cover that.
Maybe. Yeah, good job. Yeah, get on that, Bonnie. Or my my heated undergarments. Maybe that's what I need to turn on. Get warmed up here.
Oh, I have one more question.
Yeah, sure.
Do you wear thermals? Like,
I 100%. I
that
drive
keeps you warm,
Well, I
right?
drive a scooter as well,
Right.
right? So that's when I definitely wear them.
I can't imagine Andrew wearing 내복. Like,
Yep. But it's not like the same long johns that like we used to have
like
when
is
we
it
were
like
kids.
red, like long johns?
Oh my! First warm hands, and now talking about my undergarments. Oh my goodness!
We
Let's
need
get to
to-
some
yes,
sports.
yes.
So I threw out a little question in the chat. What will be the first topic that I talk about?
Yes.
Anybody who said, and I don't think anybody did. Well, Leslie kind of did. In her talk about Schifrin, but it is about the Olympics, but it's not about her. So I guess Leslie gets half points. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. She's
Okay.
trying to pump up the other person
She
from
gets
Colorado.
a full point.
Yeah,
She
I don't know.
donated all her
Good
change.
job.
Yes.
All right, there we go.
yes. Okay.
All right, so the first one here we're going to talk about is Olympic alert. All right, and I'm sure each week we're going to have something about the Olympics now because
Yes.
they're just right around the corner, which is causing some issues. So it is about the transport issues in Cortina. Now, local organizers have imposed a cap on ticket sales. So the tickets haven't even gone on sale yet.
But there's a
for this
cap?
area. And there's caps for events
Because?
in Milano Cortina 2026 Winter Olympics, specifically those scheduled in Cortina d'Ampezzo, citing serious transport and infrastructure delays. Why is this? Because
Yes,
the
why?
new gondola. I'm just trying to get into
Gondola.
my oils here. Yeah, gondola. Cable car meant to carry fans from the town up to the slopes. It's not finished,
What?
and they don't think it's even going to be finished before the games. With the main points of it.
This is, I love Italy. I'm just saying, if it were in Korea, it'd be done.
Oh yeah.
I'm just
there's
saying.
a few reasons, and we're going to get to this in a
Yeah, okay.
second. So as a result, the expected 200,000 spectators have already been trimmed by roughly 15%.
Okay.
Now, obviously, when you think 15% to 200,000, okay. But that's a massive amount of money they're losing. So, they're shooting themselves in the foot here. Now, organizers say the limited transport capacity means fewer tickets can be sold. Now, cars will be tightly controlled in the area during the games.
Yes.
Only vehicles with special permits will be able to enter the town. And this also is for permanent residents, too. They're going to have issues as well moving around.
Sure.
Now, fans will have to park in designated areas outside the Olympic zones and then shuttled in. This is not new for any areas. This happened in Korea. It was similar in Beijing as well.
Okay.
Beijing was a little bit different because they were controlling things a lot more.
Right.
But now the area where this is going to be, the gondola designed to transport up to 2,400 passengers per hour.
Wow.
Like, there's no way cars or anything else can do this. And there's no trains in the area.
Oh, my
There's
gosh.
no train going to go up
But
the
it's not
mountain.
going to be complete?
It's not. So they're awaiting final completion. Now, the other thing is, it's got to be complete, and then it has to be tested.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Because obviously we don't want
Safety.
anything happening. Exactly. So, that's one of the major concerns. Now, a lot of people are wondering, why is this happening? And we're going to get to that after a little bit of our next story here.
But I'm very curious, like, other venues causing problems?
The one that I'm worried about,
Okay.
the hockey venue.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Not
and
the hockey venue.
Yeah. So it's not only Cortina, it's the other venues, and in particular the Olympic venues for ice, and this time it is the main ice hockey arena. And now this one is behind schedule. There were people who went there to check it out from the NHL and the NHLPA
Okay.
to make, because if it's not ready and it's not safe, they're not sending the athletes.
Yes.
Which I totally understand.
Of course.
Which also will put a lot of teams behind the eight ball, if you will, because how are they going to scrounge up enough players to go? That in that short time span. You know what I mean?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is there a plan B?
No, there isn't a plan B.
Oh, my God.
That's the biggest thing.
I'm like sweating for them.
There's other
Yes.
arenas in the area, but not at the level that this one was supposed to be at.
Okay.
Now, this was supposed to be the big return of the NHL at the Olympics, giving best on best, if you will, since 2014 in Sochi.
Okay.
Yeah, they weren't here in Korea. I was very upset about that.
Yes.
But the reason is, why is this happening? Not just
Why?
the gondola, the rink, it's labor disruption as well. All right. So Italy has a history of strikes affecting public services, including transport.
Okay.
With venues spread over thousands of square kilometers, many requiring visitors to travel long distances. Any strike delay could seriously undermine all this. Also, there was a lot of, they got to get past code and all this kind of stuff. And I think there might have been some palms being greased, if you will, that weren't. And then, construction companies, the delays of not being finalized in time, or the bids for these venues. Yeah, not a good look.
It
for
is
the Olympics.
not. And then some people, they're going to be like, well, why was Milano Cortina? Why was it chosen for?
Were you doing that? Why?
I'm just saying, why? Why?
Come on.
Why were they chosen? Then?
Yeah, I don't know, but I guess it's everyone can put together a slide deck. I don't know.
Yes. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Exactly.
So we're moving on to, what are we talking about?
The MLS. Now, the
do
only
we
reason
have
I'm going
to?
to talk about this real quick, you had to. The only reason I want to talk about this because we've kind of invested quite a bit into this.
We did.
All right, so we're down to the finals now, and Miami did knock off New York City FC 5-1. Not even much of a contest there.
Right.
But the big one for me, Vancouver Whitecaps were able to knock off San Diego FC 3-1, which sets up an MLS final where both teams have never won the MLS Cup or either even been to a final. Okay. So it's going to be a first-time champion this season, which I think a lot of people are excited for. Also, it increased the viewership of Canada because, they jump on board with any sports team that's from the country that's in a final. So it'll be interesting to see. So I'm sure I'll be back with that update next week and let everyone know.
All right.
Yes.
So I hear you have
Some hockey?
Yeah, some
hockey
hockey
story?
news. If
All
we
right.
must,
So
let's go.
I would just want to put this out there because
Yes.
we cover football or soccer a lot, and a lot of people will say like, "Oh, they fake injuries, lay on the ice, these kind of, or lay on the field." This doesn't happen in hockey. Hockey players are notorious for being some of the toughest athletes out there.
Yes.
And this story comes from the New York Islanders, Kyle Palmieri, and let's just get to this clip, and I'll explain what happened after this.
Drysdale back after Palmieri trying to track it down. Big collision. They both go falling. Palmieri's hurt. That didn't look good. Palmieri is in a ton of pain back behind the play.
They're going to have to blow it down here. Move it a little better, his palms.
He's just stripping away there. Sets up Drouin. Heineman scores! How about that? An assist for Kyle Palmieri as he goes off the ice and down the tunnel.
All right, so what happened here was Kyle Palmieri, he's a forward for the New York Islanders. He was going down the ice. He got twisted up, awkwardly fell into the boards. This happens. It's common. Your sticks get twisted in between each other's legs, or you fall awkwardly. But players usually just bounce right back up. They had enough equipment on, but he fell really weird and along the boards. Now, what happened here? You could see he was in a lot of pain. And you could hear the announcers there from Sportsnet talking about, they're going to blow it down because they didn't think he was going to be able to get off the ice. And he was still in the offensive zone. But then the other team, they passed it back. The Philadelphia Flyers passed it back, so it went back into their own zone, so he's not offside. And he snatched it from the player, passed it across the ice to somebody else, who passed it to someone, and he scored.
Oh my gosh.
But here's the thing. Not only was he looked like he was in pain. Right. He went right down the tunnel to the dressing room. Come to find out, it was confirmed later, he tore his ACL. Not just like, a little tear, completely torn. For people who don't know what your ACL is, it's your cruciate ligament on the outside of your knee. And this will require him a 6 to 8 months, he's on the IR for 6 to 8 months.
Wow, that's serious.
So he still finished his shift and got an assist. It was just like going to the tunnel like, yeah, I'm all right. So I just thought, I don't know, I had to throw that out there for some grit and determination.
What sportsmanship, though?
And he was also on an Ironman streak of 220 games without missing a game.
Wow.
But he's still like 800 away from the record. So that's pretty unbelievable.
It is. And of course, wishing him the best. But to be out for 6 to 8 months with an ACL, completely torn.
At least you did it in some pretty spectacular fashion.
So I am curious as to, are you going to be heading over to Italy to cover the Olympics for us?
The budget just came in, and hold on the phone.
Okay.
No, there's not enough money in the budget.
안 돼요. 우리
No.
Andrew 못 보내요.
No, I heard she wants to send me to get me out of here.
No, she wants to go to Italy.
Yeah, all right. I don't know. I don't know if I've missed my deadline for a media. I might actually try just to see if
Media
I can get
pass. Just to see if you could get the pass.
Put that on my my CV. Acquired a media pass for the 2026. Never used it.
But got the pass.
Yeah. Awesome. Can you send it to me, please? Not pick up at the venue.
What's happened in the Premier League?
No, I don't want to talk about that.
I do.
Liverpool finally won.
Yes.
Liverpool finally won.
What place are they in? Like off the top of your head?
I honestly don't even know. I think
you
8th.
haven't been following.
8th. I think they were in 11th.
I stopped following Spurs.
But I had a friend send me a message and say, what's going on with their team? And my message back to him was just us holding the trophy last season. And I was like, sorry, can't hear you. My head's still in the cup.
Exactly.
And I was like, and his team hasn't won in ever. I don't think they've ever.
So does it
won.
look good for Arsenal this year?
I don't know. Maybe.
Andrew, we need you to
I don't know.
talk.
Actually, on the weekend, it was the Chelsea and Arsenal, their match. And I would have thought that, Chelsea going down to 10 men, Arsenal would have had it in the bag. Chelsea scores a goal. Arsenal gets a late one to come back. It ends up being 1-1. That was really their chance to take another step above everyone else.
Yeah.
I think if they can get through the busy Christmas period, I think then they have it in the bag. But they'll need a good buffer of probably, I'm going to say 9 points at the end of that.
Oh, really?
But with Man City losing a couple weeks ago and Liverpool on the slide, I think it's, I'm not really sure. But I would say if they can get through the busy Christmas period, no problem. I do want to give a quick shout out here and one final story.
Yes.
And I did see that Leslie mentioned this in the chat.
Yes.
And that is that American skier Michaela Schifrin is headed to her 4th Olympics. Now, this is
Wow.
something that I think previously we didn't see as much. We don't see people making 2, 3, 4 Olympics too often.
Right.
But I think now with the athletes' conditions,
yes,
the amount of therapy that's out there to help them when they're hurt, I think we're going to see this more and more. I'm not trying to downplay this at all.
Right.
The other thing is here, I want to ask you this. I'm not
Yes.
sure if you're aware of who she is, but 4 Olympics, how old do you think this lady is? This superhero? 4 Olympics.
Four
Her
Olympics.
first Olympics was in Sochi, then Pyeongchang, and then Beijing.
So I'm thinking off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I don't know. She has to be in her 30s at least.
30.
30?
She's
That means
30. Fourth
so
Olympics.
And she's only 30.
Yeah. I mean, I
30.
think that's even a bigger one there. So she does already have a gold. She won a gold at Sochi. She had a gold in a giant slalom and silver in Pyeongchang and in 2018. So, we'll be, she's American. I'll still cheer on everybody.
Of course,
we'll see how it
the
goes.
longevity of a career.
But
yes.
the one thing is, the ski hills are looking fantastic. It's
Okay.
just the venues. So I think
It's getting there.
and for the spectators as well. I just
Yes.
feel like, there was that thing, in Pyeongchang as well. There were some venues people were like, are they going to be done? But the good thing about Pyeongchang was everything was in one area.
It was there.
It was either in Gangneung or in Pyeongchang.
Right.
All the ice events were in Gangneung, which was fantastic. Beijing was kind of spread out a bit.
Yes.
Sochi was all in one area as well, which was almost like a summer resort town at that time of year. So I don't know. We'll see how things go.
All right. We're going to call it a wrap for our first Wave Sports for the new season. So welcome back, at least for this week. We'll see you next week. Thank you, Andrew.
I'll be back.
We're going to get to our final song for hour number 1, Tratata by Daybreak.
처음 너를 본 순간 정신 차릴 수 없어 내 마음을 들킬까봐 조심조심해 어떻게 하면 네 맘을 답답해진 내 맘을 쫄깃해진 심장이 나 어쩌면 좋아 가까워졌다 점점 멀어져가는 이상해 울다가 웃다 나 좀 내버려둬요 언제나 이랬다 저랬다 헷갈려 그녀는 내 맘을 줬다 놨다 줬다 놨다 줬다 놨다 hey 내 맘을 줬다 놨다 줬다 놨다 줬다 놨다 hey 내 맘을 줬다 놨다 줬다 놨다 줬다 놨다 hey 내 맘을 줬다 놨다 줬다 놨다 hey 다시 너를 본 순간 차갑게 대해보려 애써 관심 없는 듯이 외면했지만 너의 눈빛 하나에 너의 손짓 하나에 바짝바짝 말라버려 나의 입술은 멀어져갔다 다시 다가와주는 오늘도 울다가 웃다 점점 짜증이 나요 언제나 이랬다 저랬다 헷갈려 그녀는 내 맘을 줬다 놨다 줬다 놨다 줬다 놨다 hey 내 맘을 줬다 놨다 줬다 놨다 줬다 놨다 hey 내 맘을 줬다 놨다 줬다 놨다 줬다 놨다 hey 내 맘을 줬다 놨다 줬다 놨다 hey
Your best choice. BEFM. Busan 영어 방송.
기업체 사장님들 아직도 직영으로 식당 운영하고 계십니까? 위탁급식과 도시락 전문기업 더 좋은 푸드에 맡겨보십시오. 운영비 절감 효과 확실합니다. 식대는 협의 후 맞춰드립니다. 지역 부산 경남 051-784-0877 051-784-0877
무심코 버린 담배꽁초 어디로 가게 될까요? 세계 연간 담배 생산량 중 3분의 2가 길거리에 버려집니다. 이 꽁초들은 빗물과 바람에 의해 하수구로 흘러들어가 바다로 향합니다. 결국 우리 식탁 위로 되돌아옵니다. 쓰레기통에 버리면 환경이 살고 무단으로 투기하면 환경이 죽습니다. 이 캠페인은 부산 환경공단이 함께합니다.
혹시 지금 운전 중이신가요? 어린이 교통사고 피해자 수는 지난 3년 평균 약 9만 명. 특히 어린이 보호구역 안전기준이 강화된 이후에도 어린이 보호구역 내 사고는 지속적으로 발생하고 있습니다. 스쿨존에서는 반드시 시속 30km 이하 서행, 스쿨존 내 불법 주정차 금지, 차량 출발 전 앞뒤 좌우 살피는 습관으로 어린이가 안전한 도시를 만듭니다. 참! 운전 중 휴대전화 사용은 모두에게 위험합니다. 우리 모두를 위한 교통안전, 나부터 실천하면 모두가 안전해집니다. 어린이가 안전하게 뛰어놀 수 있는 부산. 아이 키우기 좋은 도시는 우리 모두의 미래이자 희망입니다. 이 캠페인은 어린이가 안전한 부산을 만드는 은행, BNK 부산은행과 함께합니다.
좋아하는 일을 하며 자신만의 길을 걷는다면 얼마나 행복할까요? 빠르게 변하는 세상 속에서 교육은 내일을 향한 가장 가까운 첫걸음입니다. 한 걸음 먼저, 꿈은 더 크게. 지금 부산의 38개 직업계 고등학교에서는 배움을 넘어 꿈을 현실로 만들기 위한 학생들의 도전이 이어지고 있습니다. 내일의 나를 준비하고 있는 학생들의 힘찬 미래를 응원합니다. 이 캠페인은 다 함께 미래로 앞서가는 부산교육, 부산광역시 교육청이 함께합니다.
Brr! It's freezing outside. Let's crank up the heat.
Wait, you don't have to. Lowering the temperature by just 2 degrees can save a lot of energy.
2 degrees? That small change really matters?
You'd be surprised. If 10% of Korean households lower their heating by just 2 degrees, the effects are like planting about 350,000 trees a year.
That's magical. Then I'll just bundle up instead.
Smart move. Try wearing some thermal underwear or warm socks.
Plus, when you go out, don't turn the heater off completely. Set it to away mode or 외출모드.
That way, it uses less fuel than turning it off and reheating the whole place later. Turn down the heat, but not your warmth.
This campaign is brought to you by BEFM, Busan 영어 방송.
The time is now 8 o'clock.
Welcome back. This is Spotlight News at 8 o'clock. Multipurpose Arirang 7 satellite establishes contact. South Korea's multipurpose satellite Arirang 7 has successfully established initial contact with a ground station in the South Pole about an hour after its launch early this morning. The satellite launched on board the Italian Vega C rocket from the Guinea Space Center in French Guinea at 2:21 a.m. on Tuesday, Korea Standard Time, according to the Korea Aerospace Agency known as KASA. The satellite will provide high-quality images for disaster and environmental monitoring, as well as urban heat island analysis using its high-resolution optical camera and infrared sensor. South Korea and U.S. agreed to promptly carry out agreements in joint fact sheet. South Korea's first Vice Foreign Minister Park Yoon-soo met with the U.S. Deputy Secretary of State Christopher Landau for the first consultation meeting following the release of the fact sheet last month and agreed to promptly and proactively carry out the pledges, including nuclear energy, shipbuilding, and nuclear-powered submarines. According to Vice Minister Park, the two sides agreed to establish consultation channels with the U.S. designated a point of contact in South Korea, forming a task force to match during their meeting in Washington, D.C. on Monday local time. In the meantime, U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick officially said that the U.S. will lower the auto tariffs on South Korean cars to 15%. Effective November 1st, remove tariffs on airplane parts and unstack South Korea's reciprocal tariff rate to match that of Japan and the European Union. Coupang investigation underway over massive data breach. Seoul Metropolitan Police said that it has secured the Internet Protocol or IP address used in Coupang's massive data security breach and is tracking down the suspect. The breach involves leaks of personal information from some 33.7 million accounts, which began in June of this year but came to light only recently. In the meantime, Presidential Chief of Staff Kang Hoon-sik said that the punitive damages system is not functioning and preventing information leaks, pointing to the Coupang case, and called for more fundamental measures yesterday. Seoul mayor indicted over Myung-tae-gyun opinion poll case. The Minjung-gi Special Counsel has indicted Seoul Mayor Oh Se-hoon yesterday on charges of getting a longtime supporter to pay for opinion polls conducted by self-proclaimed power broker Myung-tae-gyun. The team suspects that Oh got his supporter Kim Han-jung, who has also been indicted, to pay 33 million won to Myung-tae-gyun to conduct 10 public opinion polls between January and February of 2021 ahead of the mayoral election. Oh has denied the accusation, saying he never commissioned the surveys nor received the results. Myung claims he has met with Mayor Oh on multiple occasions and that Oh allegedly begged him for help. Zelensky emphasizes difficulties in territorial issues as talks to end war continue. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has said Kyiv's priorities in peace talks to end the war with Russia are maintaining Ukraine's sovereignty and securing strong security guarantees. Zelensky made the comments after meeting French President Emmanuel Macron in Paris, where he joined a call with European leaders, including those of the UK, Germany, Poland, and Italy. Meanwhile, Ukrainian and U.S. negotiators finished 2 days of meetings in Florida to revise a peace plan, which includes Russia's demands that Kyiv give up areas of the eastern Donbass region. And this was Spotlight News. And we've had multiple song requests for this, Snowman by Sia.
Snowman, not in front of me. Who will get your tears if you can't catch me, darling? If you can't catch me, darling. Don't cry, snowman, don't leave me this way. A bottle of water can't hold me close, baby. Can't hold me close, baby. I want you to know that I'm never leaving, 'cause I miss the snow till death will be freezing. Yeah, you are my home for all seasons. So come on, let's go. Let's go below zero and hide from the sun. I love you forever, we'll have some fun. Yes, let's hit the North Pole and live happily. Please don't cry no tears now, it's Christmas, baby. My snowman and me. My snowman and me, baby. Don't cry, snowman. you fear the sun? Who'll carry me without legs to run, honey? Without legs to run, honey. And I went crying snowman, don't you shed a tear. Oh, hear my secrets if you don't have ears, baby. If you don't have ears, baby. I want you to know that I'm never leaving, 'cause I miss the snow till death will be freezing. Yeah, you are my home for all seasons. So come on, let's go. Let's go below zero and hide from the sun. I love you forever, oh, we'll have some fun. Yes, let's hit the North Pole and live happily. Please don't cry no tears now, it's Christmas, baby. My snowman and me. Yeah. My snowman and me, baby.
It's time for our special interview. Do you check Find Us levels every morning, or maybe pay attention to how air quality affects your health? With Find Us often present in the air across the country, many people already understand its impact on the lungs. But a recent study from Seoul National University Hospital shows that the 2.5 particulate matter, the fine particles smaller than 2.5 micrometers, may also increase the risk of ischemic heart diseases, such as heart attacks. So in this interview, we hope to learn what these findings mean and how people, especially older adults, can better protect their health. Joining us today is Professor Lydia Morawska. Excuse me. She's a distinguished professor and Australian laureate fellow in the School of Earth and Atmospheric Sciences at the Queensland University of Technology and the director of the International Laboratory for Air Quality Health at Queensland University of Technology. So welcome to our program.
Good morning, Sue.
Yes. Actually, I'm Catherine. Sue is our writer. That's perfectly fine. So if you could briefly explain what this PM 2.5 is exactly and why these tiny particles can be so harmful to our health?
Well, as you said, these are the particles which are smaller than 2.5 micrometers. They are very small. They are still not the smallest particles. Some of the particles are much smaller than this. But they are small enough, invisible, of course, small enough to be inhaled deep into our lungs. Some of those particles deposit as they travel through our lungs on the walls of the lungs, but some of them get very deeply to the alveoli region. And from there, they penetrate to the blood system. And with the blood, then they are carried around the whole body.
Yes.
So this is the problem. So lungs are exposed to these particles, but our whole body is exposed to them.
Thanks for explaining so thoroughly so our listeners have a better understanding, Professor. The findings show that older adults are especially vulnerable from what I understand. So why do certain age groups face higher risks?
There could be multiple reasons for this. One of this is that those people have already somewhat compromised system and therefore weakened resistance to exposures, whether this is a particulate matter or whether any other exposures. So what is this specific reason? I'm not, and I can't tell without saying that this is the reason, but there's a whole host of reasons. And this is not a unique situation. All the population are more vulnerable to all kinds of risks. So this is something, well, aged, unfortunately, results in our body system being weaker.
Yes. And this study from Seoul National University Hospital, from what I understand, suggests there's a link between PM 2.5 exposure and higher deaths from ischemic heart disease. So from your perspective, how convincing is the science behind this connection?
This science is 100% convincing. There's absolutely no doubt about this. As I said before, those particles get into the blood stream, and with the blood, well, they get into the heart as well. There have been many studies around the world conducted on the impact of ultrafine particles, PM2.5 particles, on health, and studies which have already shown this. So it's very important that such study was conducted in Seoul and showed what is the so-called exposure-response relationship. But this is not the only study in the world. So it is 100% sure that there is that problem.
I see. Well, based on your work, Professor, how does SNU hospitals, PM 2.5, their research or study compare with other, for example, cities, big cities, metropolitan cities around the world?
Well, I didn't have a chance to compare the concentrations of PM2.5 between Seoul and other cities.
Okay.
I just started doing this, but there was not enough time. But being a large city, and from what I know about comparable cities, the concentrations are well, not very likely, but definitely are much higher than the WHO proposed guidelines. So WHO proposed two values. One is for 24 hours, average over 24 hours, and this is 15 micrograms per cubic meter.
Yes.
And the second value is annual, 5 micrograms per cubic meter. So I'm sure listeners have access to the government websites providing information about the current concentration, annual concentration. So this would let them know what the situation. But if I can say, how does it compare with Brisbane specifically, because I live here, so I know this.
Yes.
Brisbane is basically almost already complying with the annual PM2.5 concentration. So most time the concentrations are around that time 5 micrograms per cubic meter, apart from the time of bushfires or wildfires. Then concentrations could be much higher.
I see. Well, on a practical level, Professor, what do you think are the most effective steps that governments and individuals like us can take to reduce everyday exposure to PM 2.5?
Well, there are different roles for the government and for the individuals. For the government, the role is to lower the emissions, to introduce the standards and gradually lower the concentrations prescribed by the standards.
Right.
And transition to clean energies, because as long as we have sources which emit particles and other pollutants, well, there will be a problem. So that's the government, and that's a whole suite of measures which need to be done. Of course, it's not going to happen from one day to another, but that's this. Now, for individuals, but also for the government, is how to protect ourselves.
Yes.
If outdoor concentrations are very high, indoor environment is our protection. But these pollutants, also PM2.5 particles, also penetrate indoors. So if outdoor is high, indoor often is high as well. So what it means that, first of all, stay indoors when its concentration outdoor is higher. Secondly, on a longer term, buildings must be improved such that they protect us against what penetrates from outdoors. And thirdly, if right now, if we cannot do anything in terms because our building is leaky, well, then air cleaners is a solution, particularly during the high events of high concentrations of PM2.5. But whatever means, it's very important to protect our lungs. And it's not only lungs. There are studies showing that these particles penetrate to the brain as well.
Yes.
Cause all kinds of events.
Right. So that does take us to our final question today, Professor, because you just mentioned that it's not just the lungs that are affected, but in terms of the misunderstanding of the particulate matter 2.5 and its wider health impacts, because I do want to drive this home to people. It's not the lungs. It's not only the lungs, right? So can you expand on that just a little bit?
Yes. Well, when you said it's a misunderstanding, it may be a misunderstanding among general public, but there's no misunderstanding in the scientific medical community. It is basically textbook information. If you open any textbook of population environmental exposures, you'll see the whole list of systems in the body which are affected by these particles. So there's absolutely no doubt. And as I said, the pathway of this is the particles get through to the blood system. Blood carries them all over the body, and all organs are affected. And as I said, it's not only through the blood, but these particles are small enough. So when we inhale them through the nose, some of them get to our brain system and cause major problems there as well. So there's basically no organ in our body which is not affected by these particles.
I see. Thank you so much for thoroughly explaining and why we need to take heed of not just this study, but as you say, the textbook science behind this. Thank you so much for joining us today, Professor. We appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you, Castro.
This was Professor Lydia Moravska, and we talked about the heart risks of Korea's growing Find Us problem. Once again, not just for Seoul or Busan, for basically everyone around the world. We'll be back in just a moment.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning입니다.
Good morning.
좋은 아침입니다.
Morning wave in Busan.
Morning wave in Busan.
Morning wave in Busan. Major news, local buzz, and expert takes. It's all here on Morning Wave in Busan. Brighten up your morning commute with Morning Wave in Busan.
Morning wave in Busan.
It's now 8:18. Here's your updated traffic and weather. First up, let's talk about the traffic. It is congested on the top portion of the Gwangan Bridge. And next up, it looks busy from the Manduk intersection to Namhae Expressway, Deokjeon ramp right now. There's traffic on Chungjang-daedo from pier number 5 to pier number 4. It's looking slow on Yeonsuro from Suyang to Mangmi intersection. Currently, it's 7 degrees under partially cloudy skies. It's going to go up to 13 degrees. Across the nation, significantly colder with the wind chill bringing down the real feel temperatures. Rain or snow is forecast for the western coast and Jeju starting tonight. This was your traffic and weather. It is time for wa글와글 tea time.
Tea time. Our fingers are up.
Yes, we have our imaginary teacups.
I couldn't steal a mug this morning.
Oh, no, but you did so well yesterday. Yes. Well, we're going to jump into our first story, and this goes in line with information security. I saw this story, and over 100,000 home cameras were hacked into.
Right. So the Korean National Police Investigation Headquarters said they've caught 4 people who allegedly hacked into some 120,000 Internet Protocol or IP cameras. We call them home cams in Korea, and allegedly sold the footage to an adult site in China. Yeah. So these IP cameras, as opposed to CCTVs, by definition, closed circuit, they're not connected to the internet. But IP cameras are connected to the internet, which is why they're popular amongst families, especially because parents can look at their homes from afar via their apps. So usually we'll see them with families with young children, pets, even elderly members of the household.
Right, but because of this very internet connectivity, the suspects were able to hack into the cameras?
Right, so 3 of the suspects collectively and allegedly hacked into some 120,000 cameras and allegedly created hundreds of sexually exploitative contents. One even made videos involving children and minors. And they allegedly sold the footage to one Chinese adult site and made tens of millions of won each.
Okay.
The process was deceptively simple, sadly, because they targeted cameras, and this wasn't even something out of a movie. They just punched in a passcode. 1111 0000 or ABCD, because I know some people for these cameras, they won't think much of it and set up these very simple passcodes. The police have so far contacted 58 homes that have been confirmed to have been hacked and advised the people to change the passcode. The police also advised the general public to please use passcodes that are at least 8 digits with mixed characters and symbols if possible, and also change your passcode every 6 months.
That's right. So now I feel like, okay, I need to change all my passwords. I always think this every time there's a breach.
You and me both.
Yes. The weather is heading toward winter for sure. So let's look at how we can get the most bang for a buck when it comes to staying warm this winter. This, of course, goes in line with our text topic.
Right, because we went through like a brief 2-3 month period where we didn't have to turn on anything and the weather was pleasant.
So nice.
That's going to change starting tonight to tomorrow morning.
Okay.
So some cities and provinces, as Kat said during the weather report, already have seen sub-zero temperatures. It's going to start in Busan tomorrow as well. So how much is that going to cost you? Well, according to the Korea Gas Corporation, an average household paid about 10만 원. 100,000 won in their gas bill last winter. That's per month. So the most basic way, though, to lower your gas bill is to lower your temperature. Don't crank up that boiler.
Okay.
The government recommendation has the indoor recommended temperature at 20 degrees Celsius, which may feel cool. Some of you just got chills, but this is actually the best temperature for your health, according to experts. I'm hearing like, oh.
All I saw with a big O, I saw our PD님's mouth from the corner of my eye.
Oh, there was a syllable after that. Oh.
And then in the beginning, it was just like she was gobsmacked.
Because here's the thing. If there's too big of a temperature between your indoor setting and the outdoors, you're going to catch a cold. It's just, you're going to be more vulnerable to getting sick. The National Health Insurance Corporation, so health-wise strictly, even recommends that you take it down to 18 to 20 degrees Celsius. By the way, I think my home is at like 19 to 20. Granted, I run hotter, but is fine.
Okay.
Also, money-wise, for every degree of heat you lower, you save about 7% in your heating bill, which is about 5,000 won per month. That's not nothing.
It's not nothing. But, some people, 어떤 분들은 전기장판에 뜨겁게 지지는 분들도 있잖아요. 지지는 분.
고등어세요?
I know. Like, are you cooking yourself on the electric mat? Okay. So, of course, why not just bundle up, though?
Exactly. For your home and yourself. So, thermals, socks. I have a wearable blanket. It's wonderful. But for your home, those bubble wraps for your windows, put out an extra layer on your window, use curtains, rugs, and that collectively can increase the temperature by up to 3 degrees Celsius. Yes.
So, Souvenir has a question for me. 캐서린은 룸메이트 있으니 보일러 필요 없지 않을까요? 네, 필요 없어요. I'm just kidding. Of course I have the boiler on. What are you talking about? 이미 켰어요. So what about actually turning on the heat?
All right, so when you are turning on the boiler, which still boggles the mind that you guys already do, turn on the heat plus the humidifier because humid air will effectively transfer the heat.
Sure.
Also make use of that 외출, the going out setting for your home rather than shutting off the boiler completely. Because you think just shutting it off may save you money because it's at 0. However, when you come back, you're going to need to reheat the home. And once that is at a shutoff mode, your home can plummet to even like 10 degrees in temperature. You're going to want to get that up to 20. That's going to spend a bunch more energy than to just have it kind of on a low boiler setting. So it's definitely going to be better.
All right. So thank you for going over that. This is another useful tip as we approach the end of the year. Dig up and use your Sleeping credit card points. I like that. Sleeping.
Wake them up
Yes.
and put them to good use because there's a ton that's snoozing. So according to the Financial Supervisory Service and the Credit Finance Association, for the last 5 years, 316 billion won worth of credit card points went unused, and after 5 years, they expire, by the way.
Okay, so first, how do I find out if we have unused credit card points, if they're sleeping?
Okay,
what do we
so
do?
get your phones out, go to the whatever portal site you use, and look up 카드포인트 통합 조회 system. Again, 카드포인트 통합 조회 system.
Okay.
And then that'll get you immediately to the official site by the FSS and Credit Finance Association.
Right.
Fairly simple process. You do some ID authentication, agree to terms and conditions, and it'll actually show you the points you have across all of your credit cards. So you don't have to go through the hassle of going to each specific card. By the way, I did it yesterday, found 20만 원. Coffee's on me tomorrow. Anyways, you can cash out the points by sending it to a bank account or you can even donate it.
20만 원?
I know. Yeah.
Just coffee? 빵은 안 될까요?
빵도 드세요, 그럼. And there are different ways you can use this. Apart from feeding your colleagues, you can actually pay your taxes. And there's a 카드로 텍스 service.
Okay.
You can switch them to miles, airplane miles, and other methods. But with so many points expiring, people not using this, the FSS is actually looking into expanding the auto usage system. So whatever points you have, they'll be automatically spent towards paying your bill each month. This system will be applied automatically. Good news for seniors starting February of next year.
Yes. So thank you for helping us wake up our unused credit card points. All right. We're going to end it with a heartwarming story. Is this the last one?
No, it's not
there's
actually
one
because
more.
I tacked one on.
Okay.
last
So
minute.
I lied. Next to last story of a YouTuber who gave an elderly woman on the street. Is this true? An unlimited credit card?
Right. So, something to warm our hearts. So this YouTuber, Kim Bro, posted this video titled, What Happens When You Give an Older Woman Who Picks Up Scrap Paper, 폐지 주부시는 할머니, an unlimited credit card. So he said that he's noticed this older woman in his neighborhood, kind of famous amongst the neighbors because she has been picking up scrap paper for a long time.
Okay.
So he approaches her. He interviews her. She's 85 years old. She lives alone ever since her husband died and her children moved away.
Yes.
It doesn't seem she's incredibly impoverished, but she does pick up the trash and the scraps 6 days a week. She says she sometimes makes nothing, sometimes 3,000 won. So he says, I want to help you. I want to, help you buy whatever you need to live, and gave her a credit card. And he says, there's no limits. So let's go to the store together. They go to the supermarket.
So what did she get at the store?
And this is where the mutual, the respect goes both ways.
Okay.
She's like, I want to buy some bleach and maybe some ramen. And she carefully asks, and this is a heartbreaking part, I can't get coffee on this, can I? Yeah, of course she can, but she barely fills up her cart. So Kimbro takes it into his own hands. He just starts dumping stuff. He's like, beef, milk, eggs, fruit, sauces, laundry detergent. The lady was delighted. She said she's never had something this good happen to her. He also gave her a little bit of cash. She initially refused, but she thanked him profusely later. So Kimbro said if the video or maybe even the story moved you, perhaps we could also give something special to those who pass by. Again, as Chien said, the donation boxes are up. So yeah.
Yes. Well, that was so nice. For our final story, our real final one, we're going to go to another record that has been broken. Record-breaking K-pop sensation.
The newest K-pop sensation is Stray Kids.
Oh.
Yeah. So their latest release, Do It, reached top of the Billboard 200, making it their 8th consecutive #1 album.
Wow. Okay.
So according to Billboard, Do It debuted #1 after earning 295,000 equivalent album units in the US. And this isn't, by the way, just a K-pop record. It's a Billboard record.
Yes.
So Stray Kids have now previously broken records held by, we're talking legendary groups, BTS, Linkin Park, Dave Matthews Band, becoming the group with the most #1 albums in the 21st century.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So Congrats.
Well done.
Yes. Well, thank you for all the tea. We'll be back tomorrow. Oh, tea is on Haley's.
Yes.
So I'll bring her our real tea or coffee tomorrow. So thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, we're going to take a little song break. How about this? You just mentioned it, Haley. This is Do It by Stray Kids.
눈동자굴릴 참해 고개를 밀어붙여 너 다음에 실패 과정에 달인이는 flawless 하고 싶은 대로 해도 패배는 없는 싸움 Let's make it fuck 고진 나 tranquilo 꽃들긴 내려가고 장길로 해야지 뭐 어째 no backstep 뒷배는 없어도 배짱 Oh baby trust our instincts feel the rhythm of our bodies moving baby right this instant Oh there ain't no time for thinking leave it all behind gonna do it baby can't feel the rush don't make a fuss you gotta do it 제발 감옥이 좀 그만해 내가 하려던 건 나 아니면 누가 해 고민을 전부 다 flex해 오늘 안에 어제야 너 오늘은 너 내일은 나대로 해 이게 게임이라 하면 I'm a star player Play my life on my number stereo Wait up crescendo take me up do it Oh baby trust our instincts feel the rhythm of our bodies moving baby right this instant Oh there ain't no time for thinking how we gonna do it, baby? Can't feel the rush, don't make a fuss. You gotta just do it. Oh na 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 na. Do it. Oh na 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 na. Just do whatever you wanna do. I guarantee that it's the best for you. Just do it. Oh na 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 na. 주는 건 foolish해. 하는 게 더 영리해. 부딪히며 떠나긴 어차피 야곱을 flowshot이라 멈추는 건 foolish해 하는 게 더 영리해 부딪히며 떠나긴 어차피 할 건 자신 있게 Do it Oh na 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 Do it Oh na 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 Just do whatever you wanna do I guarantee that it's the best for you Just do it
Get ready to make your year-end truly special. On Wednesday, December 3rd from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., join us in the Centum Venture Town lobby for a special joint live broadcast of For Your Busan and All-Star English. Hello. This is Laura from For Your Busan. From 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., wrap up the year with me at For Your Busan's end-of-year party. Come on, don't you want to come and see me, Laura? Come on. You can join us for a fun Busan to the World quiz, win amazing prizes, and don't miss the chance to meet your For Your Busan weekly guests, Melissa, Andrew, and Haley.
Ta-da! All-Star English Everyday Star 신민수입니다. As we close out the year 2025, how has it treated you? 저녁 6시부터 7시까지는 올스타의 시간. 수고했어 오늘도 부스타 토닥토닥. 우리 한영 가수 김조한 그리고 부산의 대표 가수 순순이의 노래로 연말 마음 따뜻해지는 위로와 공감을 전해드립니다. 사전 신청하신 20명에게 부기굿즈를 드리고 오시는 모든 분들께도 선물이 쏟아집니다.
For more details, please visit the BEFM website.
It is time for Bonnie. Bonnie's back. Yay! Good morning. And so I had to do a double check just to make sure this segment is simply sustainable.
Yes,
we're keeping
we're
it the
still
same.
here.
Yes. But I hear that we're going to be trying to be mixing in a little bit of the environmental friendly, the ESG with, real life experiences a little bit more this season, right?
Yeah, we'll switch things up a little bit. I know there's a lot of doom and gloom news and stuff that have been going on with
But it's stuff we needed to hear.
But yeah, we're going to bring some more tips and really things that you can do in your personal life to be more planet friendly, and hopefully you guys can learn some new tips.
Yes, here we go. So before we get into our segment, I do want to ask you, it is getting colder. So what heating mechanisms or instruments or things do you use to keep warm?
Okay, so when I first moved here, I was really against turning on the heater in the house because I was scared of how high my electricity bill was going to be. But I learned that I leave my blinds open during the daytime so the sun heats my house
right
and it actually helps so much later on in the day that I don't need to turn on the heater as much or as early as I need to and I just have a lot of blankets.
Right. And I always tell my family, they're like, oh, it's a little chilly, can we turn on the boiler? I'm like, well, you're in a short sleeve t-shirt.
Yeah.
Throw on a long cardigan, throw on some, fleece socks, and then we'll talk.
Yeah.
Right? Seriously.
Yeah, wrap up.
Yes. All right, we're going to jump into our topic. What is it today?
Okay, so the last couple of weeks we have been talking about wasteful spending, right? All of the Black Friday sales and the waste that we create from buying too much stuff. But I did want to shed light on the fact it is the holiday season, which means gift giving, right? It's the season of giving, which is so nice. And usually we're out there buying a lot of gifts for our loved ones and our friends. But there is a more sustainable way, I think, to give gifts, because sometimes we buy just because we feel like we need to give somebody something.
Sure.
So a lot of times maybe those gifts aren't as useful to the person or maybe unwanted.
Okay.
So, we create a lot of surplus of items, not even just for ourselves, but for other people, just because it's the holidays and we want to give some sort of gift. But a huge chunk of that sometimes are unneeded or unwanted.
Okay.
So maybe just be a little bit more mindful about the gifts that we're giving, because only a couple doom and gloom, just a couple statistics I'll give you.
Sure.
But of all the Christmas gifts given in the UK, only 1% will remain in use after 6 months after the holidays. 1%? Yes, that's a crazy number.
So what does that mean? That number one, that you're giving gifts, are you not tailoring them to the people?
Yeah, that maybe they're just not the gifts that people really would want or really need,
1%.
or it's just extra stuff. The stuff in your house that you get, and you're like, oh, this is so cute, but then you don't really need it, so you don't really use it. Also, retailers in the U.S. say that about 17% of gifts will be returned. And we learned last week, right? A lot of the percentage of these returns, a majority of these returns actually end up in, for all the waivers that were listening, quiz time. What is it?
Yes, it's 8 letters, begins with an L and it ends in an L.
If you were listening last week, then you know most of these gifts actually end up in the landfill.
That's
the
right.
dump. They get thrown away. So, these are gifts. I'm sure you've probably been victim of this, or maybe you haven't been the person to do this.
Yes.
But you've gotten a gift that it wasn't really your style.
Right.
Have you ever gotten that?
Oh, of course. A
scarf or a sweater, and you're like, oh, thank you. And you have to say it with that little fake smile because you're like, oh my God, this is so ugly.
But you know what though? Before any birthday or any occasion or Christmas season, I always give another warning to my kids ahead of time.
Yeah.
I whatever you get, smile.
Yeah.
Plaster on the fake smile. And then be grateful that somebody thought of you and got you whatever. But and then we'll discuss after.
Yes.
Keep that smile on.
Oh,
yes.
I really love the people that give you the gift receipt with the present, because
so thoughtful.
That's always needed, right? Because we know sometimes people don't have the same taste or style.
Or maybe just you have it, or you just, just don't like it.
But it happens to all of us, right? Sometimes we get something and it's not quite what we want or quite what we need. So then it ends up maybe sitting in the closet, or worse off, like I said, ends up getting returned and then into the landfill.
Yes.
So how can we be more sustainable this gift giving season? I'm going to give you some tips on things that you can give that might be a little bit more planet friendly and better for your wallet, better for the person that's getting the gift, better for them as well.
Okay, here we go.
First off, maybe go to your local vintage store. I'm always harking on this. Can you find it secondhand? And I don't mean secondhand as like you have to get it used. A lot of these vintage stores and secondhand markets, they're new items. They're just also people are selling them because they don't need them. So you can find new products online on the secondhand retail like online shops that aren't used. So if you want to buy it new, then you can still find it out there, but just somebody's trying to get rid of it. So then you can kind of give that item a new life, one life. And then also the benefit of buying secondhand, I think, is that it creates, usually it's something original. If you go to the big department store and you go to the big shops that are, chains and you buy something, most likely it's not that original. Somebody out there is going to have the same thing.
True.
But if you go to a vintage store, secondhand market, you can find some really unique gifts, one-of-a-kind gifts, right? Also, I love this idea of creating a gift basket. I've been seeing it kind of trending online. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see a cute little basket and then tailor it to the person that you are giving it to. So let's say, the one that we see online is like a nice candle, maybe a nice little bottle of like wine or hot cocoa mix. And then whatever the person that you're giving it to, say that they really love, I have a friend that really loves her dog. So maybe I'll find like a picture of her and her dog, frame it in a nice frame, and then put some like cute little doggy treats and then like a scarf and gloves that I find at a secondhand store for like their long walks together.
So that's so thoughtful.
Yeah. Well, I hope, we're thinking of the person that we're giving the gift to.
I think I made the mistake of making a general basket and I gave it to fellow profs at my school in the beginning. And they were male profs and they kind of looked at the basket like with a little bit of side eye. Because what I put in the basket, just to explain, it was when we first got to Korea and I thought I wanted to put a personal touch.
Yeah.
So I picked out, baskets.
Yeah.
I tied pretty ribbons and all the ribbons were different.
Oh.
And then I put in a bottle of wine. I don't even drink wine. Okay. So maybe they didn't like the wine I picked out. And then
that's a great gift.
I put a cluster of green grapes and then red grapes and a bit of cheese. And it kind of looked like they didn't like it. And I was kind of like, I put so much thought and effort into it.
But you know what's great about those gift baskets is if you don't like it, you can always re-gift it.
I was like,
you can always find somebody who would have liked it, right?
Right.
And I love the kind of self-care baskets if you're online.
That's nice.
Nice if the person has a bath, like bath salt or essential oils and soap. Who doesn't love soap? Who doesn't use soap? You know
what would be funny though? You mentioned custom tailoring it to that person, but if you gave that to, let's say, bath salts to a person who doesn't have a bath, that might be an issue, right?
Yes.
So
remember to think.
Know your friend.
Logically, definitely. Make it personal. And that's actually the next idea I wanted to give, is making your gift personal, because then it has a longer chance of having a longer life. Because if you're getting just generic stuff for everybody, then the chances are that person might not necessarily need or want it. But if you make it personal, like, I got this especially for you because I know that you love this, then it has a higher chance of actually them using it, right? So I really, really love making photo albums for my friends. Now online there's companies that you send their photos to them and they make a nice photo album. So maybe if you've gone on a nice trip with a friend, you can make a little album for them, because hopefully that friend won't throw this out after 6 months.
Hopefully, right?
Yeah, right. Hopefully those are great memories that they'll want to keep, and they'll probably want to keep for a long time. So making the gift personal, putting some nice personal touches to it. And then also, I know this takes a little bit of time, but handmade gifts.
Like what?
I think handmade gifts are so nice. Okay, so if you're not artsy, because I know a lot of you are thinking, oh no, I cannot, there's no way that I'm painting or crafting or doing anything like that. But something that I love to do is, you know, the Korean teas, the tongs like 유자청 and
those are so
모가청,
good.
they're so good, right? So I buy like a big jar of that, and then I'll put in a little bit into little glass jars that I've of course repurposed, but I'll put them in the little jars and put like a little ribbon or bow around it, and it makes a great gift.
I've gotten those, and like when I get them, I get so happy.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, my husband like always, he gets little like, you know, little teas, and he's like, here. And he's like, I'm like, I like them.
Yeah.
And they're so good. And
it's something useful. So pretty. And
Yes.
they can reuse the glass jar. Of course, plastic free. You can put it in a glass jar.
Right.
Also, you know, even though you're not crafty, maybe if you like baking, I love getting something that you can eat, right?
So good.
Yeah, try out a cookie recipe because honestly, even if it's not that yummy, the person receiving it will appreciate it so much that you took the time out to do something like that. And even in the gift baskets, I've seen people put together like a hot cocoa set. So even if you're not actually crafting or making something, you know, putting all the ingredients inside a little basket and giving it to that person if you know that they like to bake and that kind of stuff.
I like that.
The next thing, I really love this kind of gift, is gifting an experience.
Oh, those are the best.
Yeah, so instead of gifting an actual physical, you know, gift that you have to wrap, maybe think of something that the person likes to do and maybe gift them with that. Like taking them on a little trip somewhere, or maybe even a nice luncheon.
Yes.
Something that you don't usually get to do with that friend or person that you care about.
Sure.
Maybe take them and surprise them with that. Kids, they love an amusement park.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So especially with kids, I want to say, kids are used to getting so many, especially in America, a lot of toys.
Right.
A lot of things that they already have. And especially kids, they usually play with these things a couple months, maybe just a couple weeks, maybe even days, and then they forget about it. It's boring to them.
It's broken.
So instead of that, maybe gifting them a memorable experience, taking them out. And I love this idea. Sometimes I've heard of people doing like whatever you want day. So the kids get to choose whatever they want to do, whatever they want to eat, and then they get to do that. So thinking about a gift that is more of an experience.
Sure.
Quality time, I think, is the best gift that you can give somebody.
I agree.
Right?
I agree.
And then another thing for the adults out there,
Yes.
gifting a service of self-care.
Oh, like what?
Like maybe a massage, or, you know, we are in the land of self-care. So
Yes.
a nice facial is always nice. Maybe something that person wouldn't spend money on themselves doing. Treat them to that. A nice gift certificate to a spa, a spa day, right? No, who wouldn't want that?
Right.
For the men, maybe a round of golf.
I like that.
Maybe even a gym member, you know, if they're like working out, a gym membership, like stuff like that.
Okay.
And then this falls on the great date because today is actually Giving Tuesday. And I don't know if a lot of you guys know about the Cyber Monday. It's kind of like when all the online sales happen, like the Black Friday version. So in lieu of that, there's Giving Tuesday, which is today, which is the day that you think about maybe instead of buying things for yourself and items, you try to give like a donation to somebody or a great cause that you care about. So you can always do this as a gift as well. So maybe finding a cause that that person is aligned with and donate in their name. So last year for a friend's daughter, I actually gifted, I always adopt a turkey every Thanksgiving. So I adopted a turkey in my friend's daughter's name because she really loves animals, and so I got to give her a little certificate, and it said, you know, this turkey was adopted in your name by blah blah blah. So that's always a nice idea as well.
Sure.
And if you do need to buy something, because of course not all presents can be like this, can you try to find an eco version of that item?
Okay.
So something that's a sustainable material. I will say I'm in need of a new phone case. So I found a company that makes all phone cases out of plant-based materials, like completely compostable phone case, zero plastic. So after I'm done with it, I can just throw it out into the woods and it will disintegrate.
Sure.
So try to find brands that all have sustainable practices, and they are definitely out there. So just take your time and do a little research.
Oh, well, thank you for giving us so many great ideas.
Yes, I hope it helps.
It is the month of December, right? So we look forward to next week as well. Thank you, Bonnie.
Thank you.
And it is time to wrap up this Tuesday morning with all of you. So thank you for tuning in and wishing you a wonderful Giving Tuesday, as Bonnie said. Final song is I Don't Like It, I Love It by Flo Rida. So enjoy and join us again tomorrow. Bye.
I don't like it. I love it, love it, love it. Uh-oh. So good it hurts. I don't want it. gotta have it. Uh-oh. When I can't find the words, I just go. I don't like it. No, I love it. I don't like it. No, I love it.
All out, turn the beat up. Hey, now I'm glad to meet ya. Turn up, girl, blow the speaker. Yeah, think about it now, blow the speaker. I'll speak louder, let's get wild tonight. Billionaire bottles, we just down. I'm like, ain't no problem, all my wrongs are right. Alright, alright, I don't like it, I love it. I got another coming in my budget. I got an anaconda in my trophy. Don't push it, cause I'ma hit it till I jackpot. That's right, wax on, baby, wax off. Act right, we can put it on the black card. All night and I'll spend it, cause
I don't like it. I love it, love it, love it. Uh-oh. So good it hurts. I don't want it. I gotta have it. Uh-oh. When I can't find the words, I just go. I don't like it. No, I love it. I don't like it. No, I love it.
all night, let me groove ya. Dance with me, turn down for who, girl? Another round to help us step the moves up. Yeah, but that round need a measurement ruler. Celebrate life and I'll pay for it. Like a body nice next to my tongue for it. Yeah, party all right, let's all aboard. Let's all aboard, all aboard. I don't like it, I love it. And them other girls, they can't touch it. Competition, that's a whole nother subject. I wanna walk it out in public. You a star, baby, just know. Let's go to the mansion or the condo. That's cool, perfect time, gotta let it flow. You know I'm watching, cause
I don't like it. I love it, love it, love it. Uh-oh. So good it hurts. I don't want it. I gotta have it. Uh-oh. When I can't find the words, I just go. I don't like it. No, I love it. I don't like it. No, I love it.
meet me at the studio. Bang a ring just like Rufio. Feel a bass, let your booty go. I wanna